In front of you is a Christmas gift for my brother. It is the Lava LSP12. And it is a 12-inch powered subwoofer that I got it on Amazon for cheaper than it sells on their website. Their website link is below, and I'll link to Amazon if it's still there. There wasn't a whole lot of them left. So, let me put this down here. Hold on. Pull this off, because who the heck wants to have a grill on that beautiful thing right there? It's 12-inch. I think it claims like 200 watts. It's not a lot of wattage. It doesn't have to be a lot of wattage, because this will push it to the excursion limits, I can guarantee. I'll flip it around. It's got 4 legs. Obviously, you can see it's front ported. Lower the record level on this to 80. 80 is where it should have had last time. What do we have here? We've got a covered 240-110 switch, a main power breaker, the auto on or off switch, which is what you usually only get. So this is nice when you go on vacation, you shut it off. Nothing hums through it, doesn't break. You've got a phase switch, which as opposed to a phase knob is a little less convenient, but who cares? If you're really adjusting the phase, you can probably adjust the placement better. It goes from, it got an internal crossover for the low-level input RCAs from 40 to 200 hertz. If you use the LFE, it bypasses that, and it'll just do full range, and the LFE cutoff on your receiver is responsible. The gain knob obviously goes from min to max, doesn't tell you what it is. It's got 5-way, they're not 5-way binding posts because you can't plug, what's it called, it's in here, which sort of sucks. You can't plug in banana clips. So if you wanted to use this in a completely standalone 2.1, you would have to run a wire in from your amplifier and then bounce it out to the speaker, which isn't that hard to do. The holes are pretty big. They'll definitely accommodate 2 16-gauge wires. You also won't get the benefit of any cutoff when you do that, so it's going to send full range to the speaker, and this is going to amplify wherever you set the crossover. So it's on, the auto is set to auto. It is hooked up currently, sort of jerry-rigged. These RCAs go to the headphone out of my Behringer UCA 202 DAC, which is just feeding signal to it as if it was a full-range speaker, and we're going to use the crossover here. Phone. I'll ignore the phone. I'll put this up to 200. Give this a bit of a spin. Shut up, phone. Alright. That's 200 hertz. I'm going to raise the gain. Let's move this to a more acceptable location for this. How's that? You're good there. Because you need to have a certain distance for anything to pick up bass. Like if I stand right here, I can hear it's doing something, but it is really low end. Okay, yeah. That's everything on the desk shaking off. A little bit of, definitely a bit of port noise, but that's probably due to 200 hertz, which is never ever advisable to have a subwoofer getting up that high, because then you could locate it. Usually under 100 or under 80, you're safe. You won't be able to tell where it's playing. But 100 and above, oh, there's a sub. Oh, there's a sub. So we're going to, I've lowered the crossover all the way to 40. That's full gain. These ports are pretty darn large. So, yeah, 40 is going to get the neighbors to kill me. So, yeah, everything 40 below is just playing plenty of excursion, even on full especially, obviously. You really want to be careful when you put a subwoofer in your system, because a lot of people turn it up way too loud, and what you want to do is you want to have someone else. You have to have a friend. It's unfortunate for many of you that you have to have a friend that's physically available and not way on the internet, that you could sit down in your spot, put it up to where you're happy, and then have them turn the gain up until you just hear the subwoofer. It's like, I think I hear it. You think you hear it? Then that's enough. You don't want to say, there's a sub. Yeah, it's kicking ass. That's the wrong way to calibrate a sub. A sub is just there to fill in. It's not meant to be bigger or louder than your speakers are. So yeah, I'm going to probably run this. I think halfway would probably be where I want this, because it starts at 40, goes to 200. That's 160. Half of 160 is 80. So 40 is 120. Now it's too high. It's still a little less than half. Half gain. So no gain. No gain like Rogaine. Definitely some port chuffing when you really push the crap out of it. Like right there, which is a third gain, probably perfect. Obviously the volume of this isn't affecting the volume of that. Man, this thing's gonna be sick. It really will serve duty at as a 1.1. I don't think it's doing the music justice sitting up on a table being recorded from a roll of paper towels 6 feet away. So once I get my brother's theater set up in his new apartment, this son of a bitch will be there, and I'll do a review of that, the whole thing. So yeah, 22 hertz this claims, which is lower than anything else in the range, in the price range, can do. And I pretty much believe it. I put on some tracks that are like, I wonder if this goes down to 20, and they do. And they just do. So, give you the dimensions of a tape measure. Less than 16, 14, 19. Look at